CC Masters Cup Qualifier number 1, round of 16, match number 1. These two players are fighting against each other. It is Lin versus Sock. And according to the Warcraft 3.info ELO ranking, Lin is the best player in the world at the moment. Not happy, not 120, not TH, not Infi. No, it is an Orc. And Sock in the top 10. Very good year he had. But how good is he against Orc? 50% win rate, okay. But against the Master that is Lin, only an abysmal 30% win rate. So Lin, definitely the favorite here. And we go in-game once I have this figured out. Little bug in our overlay, but it will be fixed in a second. There we go. Feels good. Back to Frozen Throne. And back to competitive Warcraft. Human versus Orc, Lin versus Sock. Here we go.
And nice that you point that out as well. Like, I didn't even see that before, the WO3 info ELO ranking. When was the last time, before, I guess, the last couple of days, that an Orc was in first place? We had Moon there forever. We had TH there for a very long time. We had Happy there for such a long time. But when was it an Orc? And if it was an Orc, it certainly only was Lin.
Yeah.
Think back to earlier this year. We were seriously questioning what's going on with Lin. Where has his shape gone? Yes, he's still decent, but he's not the killer Lin anymore. Focus was coming up. A lot of us were saying, well, actually, currently, Focus is looking like the best Orc in the world. Me, myself, being among these players. Fly was becoming stronger as well again. And the top spot for Orc seemingly was getting more and more contested. But before BlizzCon, I feel like Lin is getting into his best shape again. Now, we have had a bit of a break. Has Lin been able to hold on to this level? How good is he looking currently? What strats does he have prepared? He is the CC Master Cup champion from the previous season. Can he repeat his success here? And what is he going to play? Because look at what he's playing here. What is going on?
It's a Farseer, no barracks, fast tech, Remo. Lots and lots of gold hoarded up for him. Farseer coming out, harassing. We want to see the Woofies in chat. Give it to us. B2W Woofies is the emote for our wonderful subs. Like B2W Fanboy, who just has resubscribed for 23 months. 23 months since I signed up for Twitch. Fan since the top 100 cast. Keep it up, guys. Thank you. Also, Obsolescence for the 5-month resub. And Sneege with a prime sub as well. So, Farseer on the way to the human base. Of course, Sock is aware. We have seen a footman seeing the wolves, fighting the wolves. Militia creep, actually, to fasten things up. Archmage almost level 2, but here's the harass and no Arcane Tower in the base.
Yeah, it looks like Lin actually went for a bit of a gamble this game. He went for a Peon Scout. There's this advanced technique on LR in the early game where when you're the human, you pull out the creeps at the Merc camp early just to get the Shadow Priest. And Lin wanted to interrupt this, to prevent this by stealing the Shadow Priest with his own peon. But that little gamble didn't really pay off because Sock, as it turns out, didn't go for that move, didn't try to get the Shadow Priest. So that peon effectively just wasted a lot of his own time and thereby losing a lot of lumber. If, however, Lin can still manage to keep this AM away from level 2, this can still consider to be a somewhat successful early game. AM is not level 2 yet, but needs only one more creep. Like, this should be close to impossible to prevent, but perhaps Lin can make it a little bit more expensive.
Wolves are getting a kill here on the Militia. How far is the Farseer from level 2? Okay. The Murlocs are a little aggressive here at the moment. Good vision by both players. Like, they have their units close to their opponent's bases and armies, so they pretty much have all the information they need currently. Of course, way fast attack for Lin. Sock did start it, and he goes for a lumber mill. No blacksmith, no anti-wyvern play so far. But despite the good start with the green camp, Sock is struggling to find level 2.
Yeah, he's gonna get it here. I thought for a moment Lin was perhaps gonna intercept him with the grunt seeing one of the footies, but no, the Farseer loses track here a little bit, and the AM will finally reach level 2. But that was another Watch Elemental before the Aura. Oh, I love the Peon Scout as well. Look at how many eyes Lin has on the map. He almost sees everything. Exactly. He sees it a little bit too late to prevent level 2, but it's not the end of the world. Nice deny there as well, coming in from the grunt. Oh, losing the shop. That can be painful if you find yourself low HP and don't have the heal salves to back it up. But currently, nothing is low HP for Lin, so it's not the worst thing in the world. He's looking for some more kills. He does kind of need that level 2 soon. But what do we always say? The early game in this matchup, it's a lot about the level 3 AM. And that is still really far away.
Yeah. And yeah, he lost the shop, but he didn't lose any burrows, which is of course the Achilles heel of orcs. And no damage done to the Spirit Lodge as well, so the Shaman will come out in time. He will be able to gather some mana on them to use Purge very excessively. But go number 2 for the shop. Lin has good mana management here though. Ooh, can he even prevent this kill? He goes for Aura. Right clicks. And it is enough. He cancels the shop for the second time. But that's the second last pair of wolves. Archmage, of course, has the aura running now. Maybe he should retreat a little to work on his level 3. But he's catching up in tech, finishes it now. And there is a blacksmith now.
Okay, that's interesting. The meta seemed to have been stabilized around prevent going to Rifleman at all costs against the TC. It kind of started here when humans started going the rifle caster strat against Orc. Looked so good against Late Master especially. This is why the Orc started playing Farseer TC, because it's much better against the rifle play. But then after a while humans saw, okay, TC is actually pretty good, especially if he gets high levels against rifles. But what if I just go Breakers? Against Breakers he doesn't do much, so then humans went back to playing Breakers once again, and almost exclusively. But here... okay, it's one rifle into double Sanctum.
That's something I've not seen before. Mountain King as well. I thought maybe he just had the resources pooled and prepared this for Gyros. Ooh. Footy low, Archmage low. But the Mountain King is here for the rescue. But yeah, it's an... but he did see that there's no bestiary, right? He was close to the base all the time. Lin with a fast expansion on tier 2.
Yeah, the expansion timing is very similar to what we saw him playing in DC Masters final against Infi. But yeah, the Windrider is missing. He played the Bestiary early, one Windrider into forcing... oh, staff out by the Farseer, no bash here. Oh, I love the staff. Yeah, love the staff.
Yeah.
So usually can't threaten him.
Usually the Mountain King is the stoppage to the harass because of exactly these bold surround moves by the human. Oh, the wolves, by the way, super fast against the Archmage. But if he's only level 1, there is no bash, there's no additional disable. So the staff saves him, he gets back, heals up, gets some more mana, and prepares for the next coming. 2 Shaman are out as well. We see the Lightning Shield upgrade almost done.
TC experience, by the way, completely insane.
Oh,
He's
wow.
basically level 3 already. And how was this Farseer able to put on so much pressure? How is this AM never able to do anything? The MK isn't creeping. I think it's all about trading in the early game. I think the AM lost way too many HP. Yes, he cancelled the shop a couple of times, but that doesn't cost that much lumber because the shop, or resources rather, because the shop is cheap. And he traded for a lot of HP. Yeah. Yes, heal cells were missing for the Orc, but Lin wasn't really low HP, so he didn't really need the heal cells. So I think that was a rather noticeable mistake from the early game. And Lin, with that bit of an advantage, has the expansion coming up. Doesn't seem like that's going to be getting cancelled anymore. Gets the Ogre Magi steal and the double level up from this little steal at this camp. Might be forced into a TP here perhaps, but then again, he has a speed scroll. He should be kind of safe. I'm surprised we're not seeing the militia yet. Purge is coming in, easy kills on the water elementals. Here come the militia, and now it's time to back up.
Yeah. But only the scrubs of this camp are left. That's not level 3, that's not level 2. Lin's expansion, he's buying so much time. Killed a rifleman. Quite
2 rifles.
2 rifles. Quite expensive
units. Sent up to put pressure on the expansion, but there was a grunt there and wolves to deal with them, and they just get picked off. That's more than 400 gold gifted away. Very questionable plays here by the human.
And the Sorks are dying as well. Oh, the TC has the lightning shield and follows it up with the storm. Beautiful AoE. Here comes the next one. It's working flawlessly for Lin. Catching 2 units again. The wolves and the grunts are cleaning this up. That is a massacre so far. But is there enough damage to deal with this? The reinforcements are coming. Stormbolt on the TC might be forced into an invul. So is the Mountain King. Will lose some units here. So far, it doesn't look like it. The magic damage works nicely against the militia. He's killing a couple of them. Slow is working on the grunts, but they're all super healthy. But there is a heal scroll. Should be fine. One grunt will fall.
Yeah, but that is like... He's like the Donald Trump of Warcraft 3. This was the best deal ever, Neo. This was the best trade ever. He lost one grunt for... I don't know how many militia it was. Lin now perhaps overextending a little bit. Going back in here. There's a Wind Rider coming in. I love the timing of this one. It is delayed here. So changing up the build a little bit, but absolutely no counter to them right now. The idea is Wind Riders are very good as long as there are no water elementals. Of course, against the water elementals, you have the Shaman. So you have the strong unit and protected by the Shaman. TC is in a bit of trouble. Maybe forced into the invul here. And TP may have to be used soon as well.
Can he reach somehow? Nope, the aura. The aura is helping. And in the meantime, new wolves. Grunts are so good. The Wyvern is under attack now, but retreats can still put in some damage. Lin is barely losing anything, I guess. 46 supply, still 1,000 gold for him. The Expo is super safe. Not a single damage point on the second gold mine. Finally level 3 on Archmage.
Level 3 I am after level 3 Farseer. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, this early game was just too weak for Sok. He just managed to get nothing together, really. His early game progress so bad. And then 2 rifles lost for free. 2 rifles being split off to attack a Great Hall, hoping to perhaps cancel it. Yeah. Really strange plays here on map 1 by Sok. And yeah, he's miles behind now, obviously.
And these 2 riflemen that he lost opened up the way for the Wyvern, which put so much damage on pretty much everything. There's super nice timing by Lin to add them. He saw, okay, the Archmage is low mana. You sacrificed your rifles for nothing. Then it's time to get some air. And that's the necessary damage that he needs. And now all he has to do is defend. And that's quite easy on this position.
I also love how patient he was with the TC's inventory. He's had this invul for such a long time. Oh, AM in trouble. Stomp coming in. This could be his end. Chain Lightning perhaps to finish off the kill. And he gets it. Was there no TP anymore? I'm not sure. TC gets level 4. It's also pretty nice. And now the level 2 MK. Still only level 2. We know how strong this hero becomes with high levels, but he's never allowed those levels in this game.
TC now with the invul. Yep, here we go. There. Oh, this storm. There was a TP, by the way. Sok didn't use it there. And the breakers are falling. He never got the necessary number of breakers. And so it's GG. And Lin takes map number 1 in a very dominating fashion.
Yeah, and this is pretty much, again, the Lin that I love to watch, love to observe when he's on his best. It's just a treat. It's just like everything is so smoothly like lining up. The transitions are so seamless. Everything is according to plan. His early game overview, his pressure applied at all times, his knowledge when to go creeping, at what times, what expansion timings to opt for. It was just beautiful. And Sok, a few mistakes in that match, a few big ones, to be honest. And against the Lin in that shape, you just find yourself completely outmatched.
Yeah, I think the only 3 human that can hang with Lin at his best are TH Infi and maybe Romantic. Depends on the shape of the day of Romantic for sure. But yeah, he's a beast and it's so swift as well. Like everything lines up perfectly. He knows what his opponent is doing. He's adjusting his game plan a little bit here and there, adjusting his creep route, adjusting, like, for example, here in this game, buying the staff to be able to hang in the opponent's side of the map a little longer, pressuring him a little more, getting one peasant here and there to make best use of his super fast tech that he played. Well done. Also, a lot of viewers did things really well, as we have a couple of new subs. Thank you, Guanzan, for the 6-month resub. All the Reforged beta streaming has given me new appreciation for the OG graphics. Hundezone69 for the 10 months, less than 3. Bernd the Show, Xin Warcraft 3, and Low Life. Thank you guys for your support.
Thank you guys very much indeed. Also, how crazy is it that Lin played a fast tech without grunts and he still was that present in the early game? he kind of lost the gamble in the first map. He was expecting the Shadow Priest purchase and wanted to snatch that away. That didn't work out. So that's basically, a little bit of a gamble backfiring. But his Farseer control was just so impeccable. And his scouting, just insane. Really, really impressed. Map 2, coming up next, is very surprisingly Northern Isles. That is normally a pretty popular Farseer map, but then again, what else do we have left? Concealed Hill, maybe? That's even better for it. So, perhaps the choice here. Understandable. So let's load in. Map 2, Northern Isles. Lin with 1-0 in the lead. If it keeps on going like it was in map 1, this is going to be a fast 2-0. So hopefully, Sok can improve a little bit here on the second map.
Afterwards, we have these matches for you guys. It is 1-0 versus Yumiko, Fly versus Focus, and Romantic versus Colorful. So even if we get a fast 2-0 here, that is still quite some content that we have. So Lin got the first point in the CC Masters qualifiers. Let's see if he can get all 3 points, and Sok goes home empty-handed. Northern Isles, as you said. I gotta tinker a little with the production. There we go.
I was wondering for a moment here, is this no barracks tech play the new meta? But no, it seems to be very map specific. Again, Lin was trying to steal that Shadow Priest on map 1, Last Refuge. Here on map 2, he's going more standard. It's going to be an altar into barracks, normal build, and of course, standard altar build as well from Sok. No power build or anything silly like that, and should be on this map especially like 99% Farseer. Maybe I'm even gonna go to 99.5%. I don't know when I last saw a Blade Master here against human.
Yeah, you're right, as you are many times on these streams. Farseer it is. Pretty smallish map compared to Last Refuge or Concealed Hill, so harass is quick and easy. You have good last hits with the Farseer, so you can steal a couple of these Murlocs if you're really good. And of course, Lin is the very best, so there's definitely potential for this. Is it an expansion or not by Sok? It's kind of the question. No way?
You mean fast expansion? No way. Against Farseer, that is so dangerous.
I mean, if he wants to do something crazy, he could do that here for sure. Second best expansion map, but
I haven't seen it tried before.
I mean, it's
but
not
sounds
usual at all. Of course,
it sounds like suicidal thoughts. Farseer, like one of the best early harassment heroes. But yeah, maybe you do want to try something unusual against Lin. But he's starting off with a standard over here, going for the green camp first. What is Lin doing? He is not creeping at all, sending his level 1 Farseer over aggressively instantly, splitting up the wolves. Looking for evasion movement by the AM. Oh, this is what Romantic was always doing, right? He was creeping the green and then completely ignoring his main and running across the map, creeping up there more, and then pressuring the orc base at a certain point. And the Farseer, after the first camp, is going for a bit of that evasion movement. The Farseer, I don't know if he saw him. Did the wolf see him running by? I'm not quite sure.
The wolves united in the base, but resummoned now. Arcane Tower is almost up, so Sok a little more careful here, losing a footman to the creeps, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Lin finds him again, of course. Oh, he's so good. And level 2 AM. This is a big deal. Ideally, you want to be level 3 early, around the early stages of tier 2. But perhaps even more important is the early level 2 for the aura. But now, it's not that easy to do. And this kind of shows you how Sok seemingly is so unconfident. If you see the confident humans playing, they go for the first green camp, they go for the second green camp, and they're like, okay, let's trade. I have water elementals, I have militia, you don't have heal selves, I'm gonna throw fireballs in your face. But Sok is like, nah, I don't want to find you, I want to be left alone, I don't want to go for an early engagement. And he's just trying to, outmaneuver Lin. But Lin is not being outmaneuvered here. The grunt control, the Farseer scouting, always impeccable. And this AM is having an even tougher time on the second map before hitting level 2.
What to do now? I mean, the wolves are constantly at his ass. He has no time at all to do anything. And how far are the techs? Lin almost done. Sok far behind. Only at 50% now. He definitely needs a plan B for whatever he wanted to do. That didn't work. Nothing worked.
Yeah, this
He's so desperate, trying to find something, but even aiming for 4 units around against this grunt, but the Farsi is here for the rescue. Like, no, you're not attacking my boy here. I'm gonna zap your ass. This time we have a faster beastery with the Lodge and the TC, and of course more grunts. Ooh, there's finally some time. He uses the footman as the bait to buy time for the Farsi, and for the first time in this game, Lin lost track.
Alright, finally, Sok is getting something done. This is going to be his level 2. Farseer. Oh my, he's almost in time.
If he's last hitting this. If he's last hitting this.
Oh, no way. Whew, okay, Sok plays around this.
So close.
If he had Chain Lightning, he would have zapped that. But
yeah,
of course, level 1 only. Not possible.
Imagine, like, for the people who are not really into Warcraft and just watch for the first time in forever because of the Reforged type and all, and we're going crazy about this one last hit battle there. Like, oh! They must think we're kind of retarded, but...
It's such a big deal, though.
It's such a big deal.
The power jump from level 1 to level 2 on every hero, basically, is immense. Especially in the early game when the unit count is low. And it lines up everything for the mid game and the late game. So early game is always about experience. Almost always only about experience. Unless you want to fast expand, of course. But that in this matchup is rather unlikely. Speaking of expansions, however, Lin has shown plenty of times in the past that he's very fond of expanding early on tier 2. Go for a couple of grunts and shaman and wind riders, and then pop up the expansion behind with the strength of the early shaman in the mid game. AM is scouting for this. That's a little bit dangerous. Shaman Purge, Speed Scroll, TC Stomp, and he could very well be getting surrounded. But he's still hanging around.
I love that Lin is... Okay, he's not holding on to the skill point, but decides to go for Stomp. Interesting choice. Pretty much every orc blindly goes for Aura. Lin here doesn't, because Sok is playing a very aggressive fast here, so like, there could be a time where he can land a Stomp. Oh, especially with the Speed Scroll, and with Purge, and with Stomp. That's quite an easy surround, and that forces the TP out of Sok. Can he Stomp again to prevent the TP? Just a tiny bit too late, but gets the kill on the Footman, and the level 2, and the TP. Tough times for the Soks.
And this is basically exactly what I predicted. Purge into Speed Scroll into Stomp. So this is very easy to see coming. Was this worth the TP? Did he delay this expansion by that much? I don't think so. Like, maybe it was a bit of a delay, but this TP being gone is always dangerous. Yes, you can rebuy it, but that's 350 gold. That's very expensive. And if you don't rebuy it, it's always dangerous in any game. And against Orc with Purge, it's super dangerous. So, I don't know about that move so much. TP is gone now. Rifles are ready at least. TC Illusion scouting this early, so the next priority for Lin has to be level 3 TC. He's going to the Merchant to creep this up now, and will be getting it as well. This actually opens up an opportunity to cancel this Great Hall, but how dangerous is this to do? The TP is gone now. How scary is it to go down there? So instead of a TP, Sok goes for the Zeppelin, and that's actually a pretty cool idea.
Ooh, the TC is scouting it though. If he checked the lab for the Zeppelin, he saw the movement. There's not much anti-air in Lin. Not all the units fit into this, but okay, he cancels it and he has a way out. Well done by Sok. First real good move of the series for him.
His inventory, by the way. MK with a pendant and the Scroll of the Beast.
Ooh. With Rifleman, this is a great item. Absolutely. And he pops it right away. TC is looking for the Stomp, and it's a level 2 one. Boom, there we go. Wanted to dodge it with the Storm Bolt, but just a tiny bit too late. Speed Scroll still running. No Lightning Shields yet. Does he have Adept? Yes, he does. Militia is coming from the north. but it's all Passants already. Big stomp, and here's the lightning shield follow-up. Priests are falling, clap against this. Grunts are starting to drop low, but there's a heal scroll against this. Mountain King is kind of low, needs to be lifted up into the Zeppelin. Bad Rider's coming in, Purge as well. Here we go, down goes the Zeppelin. Mountain King down to the ground, comes in with more Purges. He wants this dwarf dead, and he gets it with another Purge, and the big axe decapitates him. Couldn't transfer anything he wanted, and that must be game. 33 supply, excuse me. Double kill with the Stomp, triple kill with the Priest. Lin, Rampage 2-0 quarterfinal for him. Ouch!
That TC was level 4. That's a second hero hitting level 4 in what was that, 9 minutes?
Yeah, he got an entire level in this fight.
And, well, I think that last engagement was solid proof on what we kind of knew already, and that is TC is really, really good against Riflemen.
Absolutely.
And I don't know why Sock is playing it again. Like, yes, it's very good on early tier 2 for faster creeping. Yes, I understand that. But it's so much worse later against the TC. Like, the trade-off doesn't seem worth it at all. Okay. I mean, Sock tried something slightly outside the box again, but not against this Lin. Lin just too strong today, and if he keeps on playing like that, okay, Infi in the second round, that's actually going to be a serious threat. I was about to say maybe he's going to waltz through to the semifinals right away, but no, against Infi in the second round, that's going to be a sick match, actually, tomorrow.
Indeed. Looking forward to that. We have a lot of people giving us a lot of love, and we didn't want to interrupt the game right here, but man, this is awesome. Indie Picard with a 10 euro donation. Thanks for the dedication, guys. Looking forward to watching a lot of Back to Warcraft over the Christmas break. Well, we'll do a little Christmas break as well, but of course YouTube is there for you. And Big Wiz with a big 25 euro donation. Hope Reforged is great. We all do. We all do. And subs. Mr. GN 195, 34-month resub. Love you guys. Great work. Manchan for the 26 month. Let's go, guys. Gosu Gohan for 43 months. That is crazy. Zorglub Q11111_1221. Thanks for the host. Petrushk for the 2-month resub. Hey Neo, hey Remo. Love you guys less than 3. We love you too, man. Nicholas273 for the 7-month resub. And KX85 for the 14-month. Remo, I'm getting tired of thanking all these people. We are going into a little break, and then we'll be right back with the second round of 16. That is 1-0 versus Yumiko. Stay tuned.